What's up guys, PokeLiv here. In today's video, we're going to be doing a resident hunt while I talk about my feelings towards the future of Animal Crossing. But first off, I do want to say there are some characters that I do really want to come across. This was an article I found just on like really highly ranked characters. Some of them this is my first time seeing them. The Cephalbot, who I've had and did not like, but Lucky here, he is a super sought out character who I would love to have on my island. Goldie is a little cutie. I love the idea of an Egyptian cat Anka here. There's just some that honestly look really cool, and that's what I tend to go for. I don't really care what their personality is as long as they're different. This Chai Tea one is so silly with a little chai tea on her head. Coco, who's another little cutie. And a lot of these are just absolutely adorable characters, and I would love to come across especially Stitches here. He is a very sought after character. I've never come across Lucky or Stitches. And Julian here, let me tell you guys, I come across a lot of blue characters in this resident hunt, let me tell you. And obviously Blue Bear being a highly sought after one who I have passed down before on inviting back to my island along with Rowan. So I'm still mad at myself for passing up on some of these characters. So I do hope we come across them today. It's always fun kind of looking into articles and seeing what's out there. But guys, this was my very first take of this resident hunt, and on the first time using a Nook Mile ticket, I came across Cody, who is a blue bear, and I could not pass up on getting him. So I invited him to move to my island, and that was resident hunt fail number 1. And I say fail because sometimes when you're in the mood, you want to use a lot of Nook Mile tickets. It's a really fun part of the game. And, you know, although it's lucky to come across someone on the first island that you go to and fall in love with and want to bring back to your island, that's awesome. But sometimes you just kind of want to go the distance, and it didn't happen here. Honestly though, no regrets. I really like Cody a lot. His personality, not so much, but again, I don't really focus too much on that. I just love these adorable characters. And then this was my second attempt at making this video, and I wanted to keep it in here because we were just showcasing characters. But I did come across Petrie on the first try, and I've been wanting Petrie for a long time. I do like the mice characters. I do. And you know, a lot of people say, oh, I don't want a mouse on my island, but I think they're adorable, especially Miss Petrie here. She is so cute, little, you know, lab I don't want to say lab rat, but this game has some sick twists, and we're gonna find one today. So aside from that, she is adorable. Maybe she's a little doctor, I don't know, however you want to look at it. But we are just going to resident hunt and try and see what's out there in this game. But I do want to start talking about, you know, how I feel in the future of Animal Crossing. I do, you know, still love this game just as much as I did when it came out, and you know, really when I first started playing it. And I say all the time, I actually didn't start playing it in 2020. I did, you know, I was a little bit of a late starter with the game, but I absolutely fell in love with it the second I started playing. And look guys, I'm not joking. I came across so many blue characters on this resident hunt, and they're adorable, don't get me wrong, but like, what's going on with the blue? I don't know. But I do think that New Horizons has just been out, you know, we're looking at over now 4 years. I think it was March 2020. And, you know, that's a long time for a game. I gotta stop here though. So I did really like Rasher here. I like his like Stitch look, kind of is giving me like Lucky vibes, like kind of just a weird character, kind of off, kind of creepy. But I looked up what a Rasher is. Guys, it's a slice of bacon. This game is freaking sick. Like, we had the lab rat, we have now Rasher, who literally his name is a slice of bacon. And that is a huge thing that I've been trying to do since, you know, really going through the game again, looking at things more closely, is just figuring out like some of these details and trying to understand them. And there's a lot of hidden things in this game that I think are just worth discovering. And Mac here, if they didn't make him look so grumpy, he would have been a character that I would have 100% taken back to my island. I love the little dog characters. I think they're so cute, but his grumpiness, well, I don't want to say his personality was grumpy, but just the look of him, he was a little rough. I don't mind, my character's looking a little rough, but he was pushing it a little bit for me. But to each their own. And we got another blue one here. But I do think that, one of my huge goals with my streams and everything has just been, let's keep this game alive. It is, I think, going to be one of the greatest games ever in Nintendo. I think they know that. It is just a massive, massive game that never ends. And I think one of the biggest reasons that it's kind of had a little bit of a fall off aside just from the time is that people get really overwhelmed at the thought of, when you hit that wall and, you're just really tired of the game. You don't know what to do. You're scared to restart. I mean, guys, don't be scared to. I literally restarted my island. I mean, not technically restarted it, but I've literally gutted my island. I've been rebuilding it literally on my channel, and I've had a blast with it. I think I've had more fun rebuilding it now knowing what I know than the first time around. I think the customization is incredible. I think there are so many things in this game that, you can even take it further in the customization. And that's what I've been trying to do. Just unlock some of these things and really, showcase you can do a lot with your island. And I came across Teddy, and I feel like some people would see him and want him. And I like little creepiness, but he was really giving me creepy vibes. I don't know if it was just I've watched too much Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know. He was just kind of weird. But I do think that the kind of downfall of New Horizons is just people kind of hit that wall. They got really bored with it. They were overwhelmed with the idea of starting a new island. They were intimidated by the amount of gameplay that it would take to do that. And I get it. I really do. But I don't think that anyone should let that intimidate them. I think that now is really, like I said on my last video, which I'm going to link at the end of this, I think now is the best time to really either fall back in love with Animal Crossing New Horizons, if you did have a little bit of a fall off, or I think now's the time to start, because we are going to get another one. I just cannot, no one knows the exact date. It's either going to be when the new Switch comes out in 2025, or it's going to be in 2026. I think they would be really smart, though, to put it at the release of the new Switch. They could even brand a Switch with the new Animal Crossing. It's just that popular. But again, I think now is the time to start. I think now's the time to really up your skills in your current game, which is New Horizons. I think unlocking some of these customization skills and really going through all the detail. The time is now, guys. It really is. You're not going to have that chance to get bored. By the time if you're saying, I don't really love my island, there's a lot I want to do with it, do it now. Now's the time. Then when you're done with that, if you're ever done, I mean, come on, are we ever done? And yes, I did end up taking Bianca back to my island with me to be a villager. I don't really know how I feel about it. I've stumbled across her on a few tours, and I always thought she was really cool looking, but kind of looking back now that I've had her for a little bit, I don't know if she's a perfect fit, but I'm not worried about it. I mean, we could always get her to leave. We can always do this again. That's what I love about this game. So yes, guys, I think now is the time. You won't get bored of it. And if you do, there's another one in the horizons, pun intended. So I think really just it is the time. And then, like I said in my last video on here, which you can go check out, you can now, with the new game, when we get it, you can have 2 islands. And then you can do some crazy thing with these islands. So again, I'm super excited for the future. I think now is the time for this game to pick back up. If you had hesitations on it, don't. You won't be sorry if you end up starting now. I promise it is the perfect time. So drop a comment, guys, and let me know who your favorite Animal Crossing character is. Let me know what you think about the characters that I stumbled across on today. Maybe if you think I should have picked one or the other. As always, don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Check out some of my other content too. Tons of tutorials, videos, live streams, and so much more. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next video.